जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरा वनचारी यमुनातीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव जय राधा जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदनन्दन Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare जय मिशनपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टदशता श्रीमदेसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की, नमाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्णा गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की। वृंदावन धाम की, मथुरा धाम की, मायापुरम द्वीप धाम की, पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, गंगा माई की, यमुना माई की, तुलसी महारानी की, श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन प्रोग्राम की, श्री श्री राधा रास बिहारी ललिता विशाखा की, श्री श्री सीताराम हनुमान की, श्री श्री गौर निताई की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की। All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. हैंडल को नीचे करो। Reading from Srimad Bhagvatam 1.5.27, right? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Share karo. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 1.5.27. Tasmin sada labdha ruchair mahamate priyashravasi askalita matirmama yayahame tat sadasat swamayaya pashyemai brahmani kalpitam pare तस्मिन् तदा लब्धरुचैर्महामते प्रियश्रवसि अस्खलितमतिर्मम ययाहमेतत् सदसत्स्वमायया पश्ये मयि ब्रह्मणि कल्पितं परे तस्मिन् तदा लब्धरुचैर्महामते प्रियश्रवसि अस्खलितमतिर्मम ययाहमेतत् सदसत्स्वमायया पश्ये मयि ब्रह्मणि कल्पितं परे। बोलिए।
तस्मिंस्तदा लब्धरुचि
Ladies? Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. O great sage, as soon as I got a taste of the personality of Godhead, my attention to hear of the Lord was unflinching. And as my taste developed, I could realize that it was only in my ignorance that I had accepted gross and subtle coverings, for both the Lord and I are transcendental. Ignorance in material existence is compared to darkness, and in all Vedic literatures, the personality of Godhead is compared to the sun. Wherever there is light, there cannot be darkness. Hearing of the Lord's pastimes is itself transcendental association with the Lord, because there is no difference between the Lord and His transcendental pastimes. To become associated with the Supreme Light is to dissipate all ignorance. By ignorance only, the conditioned soul wrongly thinks that both he and the Lord are products of material nature. But in fact, the personality of Godhead and the living beings are transcendental, and they have nothing to do with the material nature. When ignorance is removed and it is perfectly realized that there is nothing existing without the personality of Godhead, then nescience is removed. Since the gross and subtle bodies are emanations from the personality of Godhead, the knowledge of light permits one to engage both of them in the service of the Lord. The gross body should be engaged in acts of rendering service to the Lord, as in bringing water, cleansing the temple, or making obeisances, etc. The path of Archana or worshipping the Lord in the temple involves the engaging one's gross body in the service of the Lord. Similarly, the subtle mind should be engaged in hearing the transcendent pastimes of the Lord, thinking about them, chanting His name, etc. All such activities are transcendental. None of the gross or subtle senses should otherwise be engaged. Such realization of transcendental activities is made possible by many years of apprenticeship in the devotional service, but simply attraction of love for the personality of Godhead, as it is developed in Narad Muni by hearing, is highly effective. Next verse also we'll read out. Ittam sharat pravrishkar rutur hare. Next verse. Vishrunvato me anusavam yashvamalam Sankirtyamanam munibir mahatmabhir Bhaktihi pravrittatma rajastamopaha. Thus, during 2 seasons, the rainy season and autumn, I had the opportunity to hear these great-souled sages constantly chant the unadulterated glories of the Lord Hari. As the flow of my devotional service began, the coverings of the modes of passion and ignorance are vanished. Transcendent loving service for the Supreme Lord is the natural inclination of every living being. The instinct is dormant in everyone But due to the association of material nature, the modes of passion and ignorance cover this from time immemorial. If by grace of the Lord and the great soul devotees of the Lord, a living being becomes fortunate enough to associate with the unadulterated devotees of the Lord and gets a chance to hear the unadulterated glories of the Lord, certainly the flow of devotional service takes place like the flow of a river. As the river flows on till she reaches the sea, similarly pure devotional service flows by the association of pure devotees till it reaches the ultimate goal, namely transcendental love of God. Such a flow of devotional service cannot stop. On the contrary, it increases more and more without limitation. The flow of devotional service is so potent that any onlooker also becomes liberated from the influence of the modes of passion and ignorance. These two qualities of nature are thus removed, and the living being is liberated, being situated in his original position. Om Ajnanatimidindasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manavishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Radhi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathamitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sardutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakamitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinananda Jayapate O Krishna Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Bhakta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishnavan Sute Devi Swami Sute Mantra Kalpata Rupyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Parihana Bhavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, Narad Muni is describing how he became a devotee. So, the central point is hearing the holy name and hearing Krishna Katha. These two things. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Pada Sevanam, Archanam Vandanam Dasyam, Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. Iti Pumsharpita Vishnu. So this Bhaktishtena Navalakshana. Kriyeta Bhagavati Adha Tanmanye Dhitamuttamam. So the first thing is Shravanam. So the first step Narad Muni has taken is he had taken Mahaprasad of a pure devotee with their permission. How many times? Only once. Right? Only once he took with the permission of pure devotees. So he immediately got purified. Then he attained the nature of a transcendentalist. Uchistalema lepan anumodita dvijay sakridasma bunjay tad apasta kilvishaha. Evam pravrittasya vishuddha chetasas tad dharma evatma ruchihi prajayate. Right? The first thing he had experienced is kilvishaha. Kilvishaha means sinful reactions. Right? We have some taste for hearing katha, but mostly we have a taste for mundane things. Right? We are still interested in hearing about mundane things, gossip, jokes, and movies. Right? Why? Because naitan manas tava katasha vikunthanata sampriyate durita dustara asadu tivram kamatranam harshashoka vaishyanartham tasmin katam tava gatim vimrushena dina. This is a prayer by Prahlad Maharaj. Actually he says Leela Katha Stavanashingha Virinchi Gita. I am merged in hearing about your wonderful pastimes. Right? There is a divine happiness you get. There is some kind of bliss you will experience, when you hear Krishna's pastimes. And but why I don't have taste? Prahlad Maharaj is saying. He is talking for us. Naitan manas tavakatashu vikunthanata sampriyate durita dustara asadu tivram. I am accustomed to performing sinful activities. Then kamaturanam harshashoka vaishyanarth. I am so much afflicted by kama. And then when something very nice happens, I become happy. Something distressful thing happens, I become distressed. So under such circumstances, my dear Lord, tasmin katham tava gatim vimrushena dina. How can I have taste for your katha? Tasmin katham. Right? So the main problem that we face is kamatranam. First is sinful activities, and then lust and greed. Lust, greed and anger. Because of presence of these elements, so we don't have taste for hearing about Krishna Katha continuous. Some taste we have, like all of you come for Sunday lecture. But otherwise you hear? How much you hear? You hear Krishna Katha? Whole day. You hear Krishna Katha? Right? Still have taste for watching serials and all? Don't watch, please. Movies. Don't have time, right? Don't watch movies and serials. That is one thing, So when he took Mahaprasad, Narad Muni, Uchishta lepan anumodita dvijay sakritisma gunja tad apasta kilvishaha. Apasta kilvisha means sinful, sinful reactions. They got nullified, whatever sinful reaction. In the case of Narada Muni, it immediately happened because he had a very brief history of lifetime, because previously he was a Gandharva, all that stuff, So people in the higher planetary systems, they hardly commit any sinful activities. Little bit here and there. But we have a long history of committing sinful activities. That way it takes time, it takes time to nullify the sinful reactions in our heart. So it is very important to keep on taking prasad, right? To keep on hearing. I request all of you, at least once in a week you come for Mangalarti. Will you come? You come, right, every day, I think. You come for Mangalarti every day? Yeah? Can come? You don't come, huh? Why? Would you like to come once in a week? Huh? Huh? She comes because दामोदर महीना राजस्थानी ड्रेस पहनना पड़ता, ऐसा कुछ है क्या? वो ड्रेस पहनता है? टाइम लगता होगा ना? नहीं, we have a stock of sinful reactions. एसी बंद कर देना थोड़ा. इतना एसी, बाप रे. Whenever you come, क्या हुआ? Whenever you come, if you cannot come for Mangalarti, come at least for sometime 12:30 Aarti. You should attend Aarti, okay? Rajbhog Aarti, or evening 7 o'clock Aarti, or 8:30 Aarti, night. Whenever you come, when the lamp offering is going on, you should look at the lotus face of the Lord. Just by, when you go to South India temples, there is no lighting, right? Then they, if you give 10 rupees or 50 rupees, they show the lotus feet, navel, face. Right? Why? There is a significance to that. When during a lamp offering, when you look at the lotus face of the Lord, millions of lifetimes Brahmahatya Pap gets nullified simply by seeing once the lotus face of the Lord when the Aarti is going on. Right? That's why Srila Prabhupada established this temple program. Temple program. Whenever you come in front of the Lord, whenever you dance in front of the deities, whenever you, there is a count, whenever you attend the Aarti, then you take that fragrance of agarbatti, right? So many thousands of lifetimes sinful reactions get nullified. Then lamp offering, I already told you. Like that, there is a, when you hear that, hear conch blowing, everything has a cascading effect on our hearts. Right? So, in my own life, I am experiencing now, after 33 years of, continuously attending Mangalarti and all, now the effect of sinful reactions in my heart has reduced a lot. Then I find some peace. There is a peace in my heart now, in my mind. My mind has become very peaceful. I am experiencing it because I am reading Bhakti-Rasamrita Sindhu. So very strictly follow the temple program. Hearing Bhagavad Katha. The first thing we should experience is reduction of sinful reactions, it's stocked. There is a huge stock. Right? There is a huge stock. Like that. You also will experience peace, in your heart if you, keep attending temple programs. Right? It is a very important. Prabhupada is transcendental intelligence. So if you cannot come for Mangalarti, at least come for Guru Puja or Sandhya Arti. Make it as a habit. You should attend all these programs. Arti ceremony. It's very important. Right? Then take prasad. So like this, slowly, our heart becomes pure, free from sinful reactions. Then that time, in my own life, I had this experience. Previously, haphazard reading was there. Kabhi sun liya, kabhi pad liya. Sometimes, then 10-15 days did not read. Busy with, so much service or no interest. Like that it used to happen, like that. But because of attending morning temple program for so long, now I read every day, Bhagavatam. Every day means not even a day passes without me reading Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Charitamrita. Why? Because I found taste in hearing Bhagavatam, because my sinful reactions in my heart got nullified. Like that it will happen to you also, to the extent we attend programs in the temple. If you cannot come physically, at least online nowadays, you can attend. That is the first step. Then you develop the taste for hearing Krishna Katha. So that is the cornerstone of development in bhakti. Right? There are process, when the first step is Shraddha. Anybody knows? Shraddha. First step is Shraddha. Then Sadhu Sangha. Then Bhajana Kriya. Then Anartha Nivritti. Then Ruchi, Asakti, Ruchi, Bhava, and then Prema. Right? All this will happen simply by reading Bhagavatam. You don't have to do anything else. Right? So even the chanting also, you will develop taste, right? By reading Bhagavatam regularly, right? Otherwise, like that. And then Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, you will see with your own eyes all this happening. It's not something somebody has to come and give you a certificate. Yeah, you are becoming free from. You will only experience. How? Because now you have no inclination to perform sinful activities. Previously we are, drawn to performing sinful activities. Now we don't perform because, so that is the symptom, that we are advancing. Anartha Nivritti. Then you attain the nature of a transcendently. Evam pravritasya vishuddha chetasas taddama evatma ruchi prajayate. Ruchi means taste. Right? People have taste for different things. I was watching some video, this nonsense of climbing, Mount Everest. Have anybody watched? 25 tons of stool. Everybody passes stool. The whole Everest is covered with the stool, it seems. Because there is no bathroom, nothing. They pass stool. And then it becomes, covered with ice. And then these people, Nepal government, they were doing something, with helicopters and all to remove all that dirt. This is there, because trekking karna hai. Trek, why you want to trek, What do you get? And so many people, they die, climbing Mount Everest. So many people die. And then somebody died in 1948. Now they find the dead body and they match, DNA and all that. Right? You go there, you go there, and then last rites also are not performed. Whether nobody knows whether you're alive or dead. All that. And then what will you achieve? Huh? By climbing Mount Everest? Nothing, Huh? Nothing. But they have taste. They have taste.
Himalaya is Devabhumi, there should not be.
I was horrified actually. The entire Everest is covered with stool. So many years, who is cleaning, right? कोई municipality तो है ही नहीं. And then so much waste, plastic. The entire Everest is covered with plastic. Bottles and plastic. Why you want to climb? So somebody has a taste for watching movies, right? Somebody has taste for reading all these useless novels. Somebody, they have taste, because of passion and ignorance, like that, So we all should develop taste for associating with pure devotees. Yeah? And then if we associate with pure devotees, then we will develop their taste. Just like they have taste for hearing about Krishna, then we will also develop taste for hearing about Krishna. All this, hearing about Krishna 24 hours and all, it is not some imaginary something, hellos, like that, concoction. Actually, you can really enjoy, hearing, you can really enjoy. When Prabhupada, first came to India after, from America, after the thing, then Achyutananda Prabhu was accompanying Prabhupada. And then Prabhupada went to Navadvip to meet his god brother, Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj. So Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, when Prabhupada was a grahastha, he was a businessman, he had 2-story building. On the first floor, he gave the entire place to Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj. He was preaching from there. Later on, Prabhupada helped him, in Mumbai also. He was collecting money and all. So they were very good friends. So when Prabhupada came back, he along with Sachidananda, they went and met Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj. He was a very advanced devotee. So Prabhupada told Achyutananda to, wait outside. Morning to evening, both the god brothers are in the room. And this man is restless, becoming restless. What is happening? What is happening? What are they doing? What are they talking? Like that. And then Prabhupada, Achyutananda asked, Prabhupada later on, Prabhupada, what were you discussing? Whole day? Srila Prabhupada said, if I tell you, you will faint. They were discussing, intimate pastimes of Krishna, They simply discuss, so much like that, So we discuss, cricket, movies, and people discuss, not we, but in general, they discuss movies and cricket and, politics. All these old people, what do? I used to go for walking in the park. All these old people assemble, Rajiv Gandhi should have done like what is Rahul Gandhi should do like this, Modi should do like this. इन लोगों को बात थोड़ी तुम सुनने वाले राइट? मोदी किसी की बात सुनेगा? हाँ? कोई किसी की बात नहीं सुनता है राइट आजकल. There is one reel, you know, three girls were making a reel. They were saying, हम सिर्फ 3 लोगों का बात सुनते हैं. कौन कौन है मालूम है? ब्यूटिशियन, फोटोग्राफर, टेलर. सिर्फ 3 लोगों का बात सुनते हैं और कोई बाप का बात नहीं सुनेगा. टेलर, फोटोग्राफर, ब्यूटिशियन, सिर्फ 3 लोगों का बात सुनते हैं. ऑर्डिनरी गर्ल्स दे डोंट लिसन टू एनीबॉडी. मोदी सुनेगा किसी की बात राइट? So they discuss, you know, politics. So hours and hours they read all these columns and, you know, and they discuss. But you don't get anything, right? You don't get anything. All dirty. Everybody is a dirty person in politics. So we should develop taste for. So when devotees meet with each other, you know, they should discuss about Krishna, not, you know, ISKCON politics. ऐसा हो गया, ये that devotee has done like this, devotee has done, right? So if you don't have such friends, I don't meet only anybody. I just simply read Bhagvatam. So I hardly discuss anything with any devotee because when we meet with each other, they only discuss about ISKCON politics. You know, इधर हुआ ऐसा हुआ ऐसा है. So I have no taste now. So I read Bhagavatam. If some like-minded devotee comes, then I discuss Bhagavatam. Otherwise, not interested. You know, what is the use, right? So all of you also, when you meet with each other, right, you should speak about Krishna. Oh, today I have read so and so Bhagavatam, so and so purport. You know, this is the point I have learned. Right? So you can actually discuss with amongst yourself for 2 minutes what you have latest, what you have read. You can share something with your person next to you, what you have read or what you have learned recently. 2 minutes. Shriram Iyer, discuss. पकड़ा किसी को? श्रीनिवास गारू? Okay? Okay? Who will tell first what you have discussed? Bolo, Anand.
The food remnants of devotees are very powerful. Sri Narada, by eating the buns, he was free from all sinfulness.
Yeah, actually, we are reading Lilamrut daily, evening, and actually, while coming from my office during the train, actually, from last 2 years, I've started reading only translations from Bhagavatam. So now I'm in the 10th canto. First canto I started. Now 10th canto, 88th chapter I'm reading. Just reading the translations.
It's not allowed. Shouldn't do that.
Reading the perpetual, that if that disturbance, okay, at least concentrate on.
When I go to my factory in Bhiwandi, so I travel from Dadar to Thane. The group from Dadar and Gujarat basically. They're really curious to see how do you function in ISKCON and how do they also, because they're also very dedicated, they are very religious people. So we just tell them the science, what we do from Mangalati to Shayanati, how we've been taught. So they got impressed. So maybe out of curiosity, they may be able to join the program, fighting the grounds to party. That's the point of discussion. We always create.
Bolo. Bolo, Vijay ji.
We discussed that I read Srimad Bhagvatam every day. In this time I read 10 pages, maybe more. So he was telling me that he reads any stanza as per what you say, but I told him that you read it continuously. Don't read from in between. Read the entire thing from each
Yeah.
and every year.
What is your name? Huh? Harshit. Yeah. Yeah.
I have not read from the book, but I have listened to the lecture of Srimad Bhagavatam. And there is a pastime when Vidura tries to instruct or maybe speak tough words to Dhritarashtra that whatever the consequences that he had, and he's showing Dhritarashtra the right path. Don't be attached to your 100 children, instead take shelter and perform the good deeds for your onwards journey. But in spite of various insults that he had bad from that side, Duryodhana speaking unfamiliar words, he was on that side, but he was speaking the truth that having Krishna on your side is where the ultimate victory lies. And at the end, since no one was listening to his strong instructions or maybe the direction that he was giving, he decided that now it's good to leave this place and be at holy places and perform devotional service.
Very nice. Yeah, ladies. ठीक है. So it's very important. So you cultivate the habit of. क्या हुआ? AC है? हाँ. Cultivate this habit of, when we both are, when you meet with devotees, discuss something that you learned fresh, right? So recently I've learned one very interesting thing, that I was hearing Prabhupada lecture. Prabhupada is saying that when you must associate with pure devotees. Prabhupada is talking. While I was dressing the deities, I heard a Prabhupada lecture. So it touched my heart. Prabhupada is saying that you must associate with pure devotees. Then Prabhupada gave an example that if you read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, then Prabhupada said, our Acharya is Rupa Goswami. So we should associate with him. Then when we read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, we are associating with Rupa Goswami. Right? Tadera Charan, President Prabhupada quoted, no? There is a song, Tadera Charana Sevi, Bhakta Shanivas. So when we follow the instructions given in Bhakti Rasam Sindhu, you are serving the lotus feet of Rupa Goswami. So this is a very wonderful thing I heard. So then if you are reading Bhakti Rasam Sindhu, that means you are associating with Rupa Goswami. So if you are attending morning program, as suggested by, आप लोग बंद करो अभी बात मत करो आपस में. If you are associating with devotees, if you are attending morning programs, then you are serving the lotus feet of Rupa Goswami. It's amazing, right? Like this, you hear so many nice things, you read so many nice things. Today morning, I'm trying to learn one verse. Sudiyah sadhava loke, naradeva narottama. So he's saying Sudiya means intelligent people. Intelligent people. Those who are intelligent people, right? And those who are best of the human beings, they are na truhyanti, means they will do all welfare activities for common people, welfare activities for common people, and they don't have any maliciousness, any hatred or any envy towards any living entity, right? And then they understand that Yarhinatmanam Kalevaram, that they understand that I am not this body, I am the soul. So who is the most intelligent person in this world? And then who is the best of the human beings? Narottama. Who is this verse is spoken by Lord Krishna. Right? This verse is spoken by Lord Krishna himself. So he is saying that who are the those who are most intelligent people, and those who are best of the human beings, they will perform welfare activities for common people, and they will not have any maliciousness towards any living entity. And so if you have hatred, so Krishna is saying such people are very dear to me, right? So we have, I was thinking, wow, what a verse it is, like that. So when we should read all these things and discuss about Krishna when we meet with other devotees, not that घर में ऐसा हो गया, ये हो गया, वो हो गया, right? That is a system actually. When we meet, we should not start narrating our troubles. अरे gall bladder stone हो गया, hospital जाना पड़ेगा, वो दवा ले रहा, ये दवा ले. Some people, they have this habit. As soon as they meet you, they keep on this disease, oh God, everything like that. In general, unless somebody is very close to you, you should not narrate your own problems. But you should share your happiness with everybody. Like that. Once I was telling to one devotee, all my health problems. Prabhuji, you look so happy all the time. You have so many problems. I said, yeah, I don't share. I don't tell everybody what all problems you have. I have in my life. Like that. So we should not. We should rather talk about Krishna. Develop this habit of speaking about Krishna. Maybe whole conversation you may not be talking about Krishna, but at least something you share every time you meet your friends, devotee friends. Share something. They learn some verse. They say, hey Prabhuji, I have learned this verse. Like that. So, if you keep on doing this, keep on hearing Bhagavatam, what will happen? You will realize that you and Krishna, tasmin sada labda rucher mahamate, when you develop taste for hearing about Krishna, ruchi, yayaham etat sadasat swamayaya, right? Pashyemaye brahmani kalpitam pare. All this while, I am thinking, I am this body, and Krishna also has got a body, right? Then I have all these relatives and friends. This is my house, this is the, right? I'm going to tell one very, shocking thing. The two most bad words, galis, in the entire language, what are they? The worst bad words in the entire language, in all languages, Sanskrit, Telugu, Manava, no. Two words, aham, very good, aham mama. Yesterday I was hearing some commentary on Gajendra Moksha pastime. This is what he had realized in the end. Aham mama. He became free from aham mama. So that devotee was telling, that Acharya is telling that, you may say I and my and all. In public you may say, this is my house or I am so and so. But in your heart, always think that I am an eternal servant of Krishna. Everything belongs to Krishna. Krishna made me do this. If you have achieved something, give the credit to Krishna. If you have a house, keep saying that this is Krishna's house. I have not done anything. I am nobody. I am a dust particle on the lotus feet of Krishna. You at least keep saying it in the heart. Artificially you may say, I've got a bangla in Juhu. Right? In Padma Purana it is mentioned. Whenever you keep saying, this is my house, this is my house, one portion of punya karma gets nullified. See, that is why don't keep saying, ye mera ghar hai, mera jewelry hai, ye mera gaadi hai, right? Whenever you keep saying, your punya karma is reduced. It's a very interesting thing. This is it's a wonderful thing I heard. That two worst words in the entire language system is I and my. Then so practice, from today onwards you practice. In your heart you keep on saying, I am not this body, I am servant of Krishna. Everything belongs to Krishna. Any success I have got, it is because of the mercy of Prabhupada and Krishna. So you give entire credit to Prabhupada and Krishna. Not Krishna, Prabhupada and Krishna. Then you will, then you will realize, like Narad Muni has realized. Narad Muni has realized that myself and Krishna both are transcendental. We are not part of this material world. We don't belong to this material mind. There is one very beautiful verse. I forgot the entire verse, but I remember the meaning. Sattvam rajas tama iti. Natmanam prakriter guna. Yatya sakshat atmanam. Tanmanye. There is one. So he is saying that a person who understands that whatever is happening, it is a combination of sattva, rajas and tamas. And these sattva, rajas and tamas, they don't belong to Atma, they belong to Prakriti. Atmanam Prakritir Guna. Then Atma is only Sakshi, witness. Such a person is considered as a liberated soul. This is a instruction by Vritrasura to Indra. Sixth chapter, 6th canto, glorious death of Vritrasura. This verse comes. So we should be conscious of this, that I am not the doer, and this Prakriti, Prakriti is doing everything. I am only witness, Sakshi. Then your suffering also will reduce. Otherwise, I am thinking, I am this body, everything, I have to do this, I have to do this, no time. Right? That is a amazing instruction. Right? 2 amazing things I have told today. What are they? One is, three things I have told. One is, no. If you read Bhakti-rasam Sindhu, you are associating with Rupa Goswami. When you are following the instructions given in Bhakti-rasam Sindhu, you are serving the lotus feet of Rupa Goswami. Number 2, 2 worst words in the entire, Sanskrit language. Aham mama. How to avoid this aham mama? Give credit to Prabhupada and Krishna. I am not doing anything. Prabhupada, it's all, the credit goes to Prabhupada and Krishna. And I am a dust particle. I am an eternal servant of Krishna. I am not this body. Aham. Same thing Prabhupada wrote, very elaborate purport in 2nd canto, 9th chapter. You can go and read. The greatest stumbling blocks on self-realization is aham mama. Out of that, this aham is the most dangerous than mama. Go and read 2nd canto, 9th chapter. Samajh mein aaya? And then what is the other greatest, very nice, wonderful thing I told? Prakriti, Sattva, Rajas, Tama belong to Prakriti. They are not the qualities of Atma. This is the realization our Narada Muni got after hearing Krishna Katha continuously. Ittam Shrat Pravrishka Rutor Hare. 4 months he heard Krishna Katha. Right? Then Vishnunuta Anushavam Yasho Amalam. Then Sankirtimanam Munibir Mahatmabir. Next class is there, find out. when our Tukaram ji, he was very right from the childhood and all, he was very devoted to Rukmini Vitoba, right? Dehu village on the bank of Indrani river. His wife Avali, she was very upset with him, and then she was very angry with Kalia, Vitoba, like that. So one day, Vitoba came in the dream of our Tukaram. Said, Tukaram, I am very pleased with you. From now onwards, you compose bhajans and sing bhajans, do sankirtan. Then I will dictate them to you. I will dictate them. I will inspire you. So he said, my dear Lord, I am an unpad gawar, low caste fellow. Why are you doing all this? It's my order. You do like that. Then he had never, written or anything, unpad hai. So he, that time whatever that Katal paper was there at that time, I don't know. Paper was there. So he got some paper and all. So he started composing bhajans. Right? Then the whole day he would sing bhajans, then he would compose, then then when the people were started hearing these bhajans, they were becoming mad. They are becoming mad actually. And on Ekadasi day, whole night he would do bhajan. Whole night he would do bhajan. One day, there is one guy, Mambaji. He was actually little bit some Brahmin, caste Brahmin. He was also doing some teaching and preaching and all. He got some followers. But when he saw that Tukaram's followers are increasing, Sankirtamanam Munibir Mahatmavir, he would sing bhajans in ecstasy. He would sing bhajans in ecstasy, and then people are becoming mad. They were whole night, they would attend the on Ekadasi day in the temple. Whole night they do bhajan. They would do bhajan, whole night, and they would forget sleeping. They would forget eating everything, and they were actually experiencing beyond three modes of nature. Beyond three modes of nature, and then people are. So this fellow, he became very, very envious, Mambaji. But Mambaji also, he used to attend bhajans, Tukaram's bhajans, but because of so much envy, he was not experiencing joy. So this is a very important element, if you are envious towards anybody, that's why I told, what is that? Sudiyo sadhavo loke. Naradeva narottama ma druhyanti bhutebhyo ma druhyanti bhutebhyo. One should not have maliciousness towards any living entity, right? So here Tukaram did not have any maliciousness towards any living anybody, but because this Mambaji is having maliciousness, he was experiencing envy, and then he was not experiencing ecstasy while attending bhajan and all that. Then one day he built one fence, with thorn trees, thorn sticks, like that. So it fell off or something like that. Tukaram started cleaning it up. Then Mambaji became very, very angry with Tukaram. then he took those thorn sticks and then started beating Tukaram. Started beating Tukaram. And then the Tukaram did not say one word, protest. He did not protest one word. He did not use one bad word towards Mambaji. Then his entire body, started, got injured with those thorns. Some thorns are stuck in his body and blood was flowing. Blood was flowing. But he did not protest. He did not try to protect himself. He did not do anything. He was simply singing, Vittal bhajans. Like that. Then the people were shocked. And then the Brahmanas, that time they were doing all these things. They were also afraid, to say anything. Then meanwhile, he had to stop when his hand stopped aching. Just like, or Dusasana had to stop when, he became tired of, removing the sadis. And like that. And so his wife came, with plucker or something like that. Then, she came and then she started plucking out all the thorns and, applied some like that. And then she started giving galis to Vitoba. Because of this Kalia, black man, my husband became mad. Like this, why can't he protect himself? Why is he unnecessarily, getting the beating? He could have beaten, ulta marna chahiye tha. Buddhu hai, like that. Kya karega? Then, can you imagine? Then Tukaram, he felt all right, and then that was Ekadasi day. He was doing bhajan, kirtan, and he observed that Mambaji did not come. Mambaji did not come. Then he found out what happened. He didn't come for the bhajan. Arey, he is missing out on the bhajan. Like that. He stopped the bhajan. He went to Mambaji's house. Said, Swami, why you didn't come? Arey, Tukaram, my body is paining. I was suffering like hell. Kya kare? Oh, like that. So he was unable to bear the pain, that Mambaji. Then Tukaram prayed to Lord Vitthal that, my dear Vitthal, I don't have any maliciousness towards this person. I pray to you that, this man should not suffer because of me. Then he took some medicine, then he started massaging his legs and body, and then he applied some balm, Then when he prayed to Lord Vithala, then, Vithala had to make him all right. And then Mambaji became all right, and then he attended the kirtan. This is the power of Tukaram's kirtans. Like that. And one day he was coming to Vithoba temple, and then there is a huge fleet of, a group of mosquitoes attacked him. Right? What will we all, I always scared of, dengue and all this, chikungunya, whatever, then, what did he do? Tukaram? Tukaram did not, he said, my body, my blood is their food. If my body is not useful for other living entities, then what is the use? He simply started singing the bhajans. And the mosquitoes had a field day drinking the blood of Tukaram. Pure devotee's blood, like that. Then everybody was shocked. Tukaram, what are you doing? Huh? Escape from there. Escape from there. There is a pastime, in Manasi Ganga, right? Manasi Ganga, right? Huh? Manasi Ganga, Lord Shiva used to stay there. Then Raghunath Das Goswami, who? Sanatana Goswami. Sanatana Goswami was troubled by mosquitoes, and then he wanted to leave that place. Then Lord Shiva came and said, no, please don't leave, because all these mosquitoes and snakes and all, they are associates of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is in charge. I will tell them not to trouble you. So Lord Shiva instructed all the mosquitoes not to bite. Once one Harishwari Prabhu was telling, Prabhupada, in Vrindavan, mosquitoes, they don't bite you. I think they also know that you are a pure devotee. Then Prabhupada said, in Mayapur mosquitoes, they don't think like that. Mayapur mosquitoes, like that. Then Prabhupada, his whole body is bitten by mosquitoes. Then Vittoba came with a stick with some some leaves and stick with leaves and all. He came and chased away all the mosquitoes. Then he was actually rubbing the body of Tukaram, with that some herbal medicine, he was applying, and then he was entire body. Then he became all right, like that. So this is actually effect of Sankirtamanam Munibir Mahatmabir Bhakti Pravrittatma, Rajastama Apaha. Narad Muni experienced that when he was doing this, hearing Krishna Katha, and then when he was performing Sankirtan, then the bhakti was flowing in his heart. Bhakti was flowing in his heart, and then he, Rajas and Tamas, they were actually, they were completely gone, and then Sattva-guna and then transcendental goodness has taken over his heart. So this is the effect of chanting and hearing Krishna Katha. This we should all experience. Right? We should experience all these things. Then it is the success of our hearing. Right? Otherwise, Lord Vishnu is telling to this Prithu Maharaj that if you Purusham he muhyanti, even after dirgam vruddha sevaya, even after following the instructions of the spiritual master and doing the seva. But if you are Vadrisha, it says that if you are affected by this, you also become illusioned. If you also become, then it is shramayeva kevalam. It is waste of labor. It is waste of labor. If you become, illusioned by all these things. After doing all this seva, if you become illusioned, then Krishna is saying to Prithu Maharaj that it's all your Vruddha Sevaya, for all your long time practice, long time, class hai kya? Long time practice and long time hearing, it's all waste if you become illusioned again. Krishna is telling Prithu Maharaj that you forgive this fellow, Indra, unnecessarily is creating so much problem. आप दिखाना है क्या? कितना टाइम का है वो?
5 minutes.
हाँ?
7 minutes का है.
7 minutes.
Not 10 minutes.
Next. Anyway, when many people are there, we'll do it. Huh? You have to remind me. Next time, after Kartik. I think next week there is no lecture. There is no lecture. Right? I think it's Diwali. Right? When is the next Sunday? Today is 27th. Some, Danteri, Bhai Dooj and all that. Right?
First is Friday,
Yeah.
second is Bhav Beach is there.
Bhav Beach. Govardhan, yes. So, but we have those who are not coming, we are all going to Vrindavan. I am going on 27th. These people are going on 2nd. Some people, you are also going? You are not going? You? No yatra this year? Why? Huh?
She's in 12th, that's right.
For Shraddha ka ticket hai? Huh? You want to come?
Let's check the cost. I think that's been taken by somebody else.
Already? Anyway. Yeah? Huh? क्या? अरे करने दो ना, आपको क्यों चिंता हो रहा है? Right? Second is Govardhan Puja. Those who are not coming for Yatra, please come. In the garden there is a festival. 11 o'clock there is Abhishek in the temple, and then after that, then our Vaikunta Raman Prabhu and Madhupriya Mataji, they were sponsoring, first time Govardhan Puja dress. Very beautiful dress we are offering. Usually we don't offer because I am not there. But anyway, they wanted to, because there is all booked, sponsors like our Srinath Krishna Prabhu already booked, Gaur Purnima dress. Then Ramnami dress is booked by Bharati. Like that already. So they have bookings. So like that. So the very beautiful dress we are offering. You can come and have darshan 7:30. Then after that there will be pastime Krishna Katha. Then 11 o'clock Abhishek. Then 10:30 I think Go Puja. Right? Go Puja. Go Puja in front of the temple. And then 11 o'clock is Abhishek. 11 o'clock Abhishek. Then there is a Annakut festival in the courtyard, in the garden. Then after that prasad will be distributed. So please attend the programs.
Kartik month will be over now.
So 10th I am not there, but 10th I will ask Radhash Mother somebody to give lecture. 10th you can come. You are all there, right? 10th? क्या हुआ? 10th all of you come. I will ask. I am not there. I am arriving only on 10th night, but I will arrange the lecture. So for next Sunday there is no lecture. But come, for there is a festivities going on. Then Prabhupada Disappearance Day is also there, 5th November.
Prabhuji, I wanted to collect for the Kartik month. During Kartik month, I want to collect money for Pandharpur.
Show it during the...
Fast mode you can show me.
No, otherwise during dinner time, on the thing you can show.
2 minutes only. Fast mode you show.
बंद कर